0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
Summon gun is working. I think everything's on. I don't have any lights. No wonder it looks dark in here. I don't know where to put my drink. I gotta move that. You beautiful tubers, how are you doing? Hey guys, I don't know if you know, before we start this, there's Velcro Cat. We're gonna leave him there though for a second. Before we start this, I want to say thank you, each and every single one of you that subscribed. It got me over the 7,000 hump. I owe you a 7-hour stream. This is not it, but it is coming up. But I said a year ago when I met the Hales and started getting some large amounts of subscribers, I said I will do an hour stream for every 1,000 I get. 6,000 was the last one. Now we're at 7,000. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see if we get an 8,000 out of there one day soon. Doing it all the way up to 10,000. That's the goal. Let's see if we can do it 2025. How is everybody doing, you beautiful tubers? Hey, Freckles, how are you? Kevin Shealy, what's up? Paula Carpenter, Robert Tower, Alley Cat, T42. How you doing, babe? Let's see here. Roy Longsinger's here. Hey, Ted Wendell. Yes, I know. Oh, let me tell you what. That was so scary. Oh, it was so scary. After the shoot was over, it was 7:12, and I took a screenshot. Then I went back to look. It was 7:11. I was like, oh, here it comes. Woke up the next day, 7,018. I'm very thankful. Thank you, each and every one of you. I love you all. May your first child be a masculine child, and I'll dance at your daughter's wedding. Debbie Webb, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, Traveling Fools. Yes, Traveling. We are getting together. You don't know it yet, but I do, because we've decided that. Traveling Fools, are you coming to Dollywood? I would love for you to, man. That'd be so awesome. I think you live like next door to Shizzy, so it's only like 45 minutes away. Don Emery, how are you doing? Don, aren't you Don from Hawaii? And if you are, aren't you on the Big Island? What's going on with the volcano? We've been watching it in Discord for days now. I really wish you'd come back there and tell everybody what's happening. Lisa Patterson, how are you doing? Rachel, what's up? Stacy O, how are you? B Kentucky Blue, there you go. Can't be a stream without Kentucky Blue, right? You know, my mom is at Graduate University of Kentucky, so it's very special to me. All you Kentucky girls, very, very special to me. Liz Barnes, what's the latest artwork you're working on? Can you make me beautiful as a superhero? I would love that. I'll be Batman. I have a full mask. Michelle Smock, how is she doing? That reminds me, everyone, this is the one and only Michelle. Oh, that's not Michelle Smock. That was a very bad holiday. This is Michelle Smock. She tattooed FNL in her arm because Friday Night Live is a lifestyle. It is tomorrow night, 9:15-ish. Okay. Now we're going to tell everybody that starting at 9. So that way, maybe my guests will be there on time. That's why I pushed it back to 9:15, because at 9 o'clock, nobody was here. Anyway, that was a little bit too much for you. How you doing, Smuck? Smuck is with child, about to vacate the premises. Go into the Discord and decide when you choose her birthday. Venom Bites, how you doing? Linda Zanine, how are you? Island, what's happening? Island, I hope you stick around and you see how I do it. I think I'm very entertaining. Texas Kimmy, how are you doing? I like the Texas girls. Texas Kimmy, do you know Texas Jen? Monica Kalit? You're going to tell me how to pronounce your last name, Monica. I love the name Monica, though. It's such a beautiful name. Dawn, you're from Arizona. So I was thinking of a different Dawn. But welcome from Arizona. Some people don't think Arizona is real because of the broken baker, but he's from Finland. What does he know? Hey, Patrick W's been a member for 11 months. You're my first YouTube membership. Thank you, Patrick. And I hope you stay here. I hope I make you happy. And I'll do whatever it takes to make you guys laugh. Stacking up on the no-dos, waiting for 7 hours. I'll tell you what. It's gonna be a hell of a stream. That's gonna be one. We'll get Traveling Fools in there for that one. Silhouette, how are you doing? Shelly Huckabee, what's up? Rachel, did I say Rachel already? Did I say hi, Debbie Webb? I'm out of sync here. I may be caught up. Maybe I am caught. Vol Storm, is Broken Baker real? No. Broken Baker is 100% AI. He's part of the Terminator program from Cyberdyne system. It's proved.
No.
See? Kill it. Monica, kill it. I love that name. Monica, you got my new favorite name. You have to coming back. You have to subscribe. You have to turn on the notifications. Guys, if you don't turn on notifications, the channel will wither. It'll be like a fig falling off of a tree and ends up becoming a Newton. Think about that one. Think about that one for a second. Hey, Tanya from Oz. How are you? And better characters because I'm too picky. I don't think I could be satisfied with a human face. I could never get done. That's why I said Batman. Make me as Batman. And you wouldn't have to do a face. See? That's the goof of it. Or just expert. Tug as the Umbrella Corporation on his face. Listen, guys, here's what's happening. This is breaking news today. This is big. And I put in there in the description. We weren't expecting this. Or were we? Because there's a lot of stuff here. Okay. I'm going to remind you guys, I am not an attorney. I am legally educated. I'm a doctor of law. I have my JD. I spent 7 years in a firm. I worked all through law school and after law school. Hey, how you doing, Terry Ham? Amy Bonner, how are you? I almost said Bonner. I want you guys to know that, okay? I can admit that at 5 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. I almost pulled a boner and called her Amy Boner. Boner, the definition of boner means a mistake. Anyway, so do not take anything, and I'm not licensed in any of these states. I'm not licensed in Tennessee or anywhere else because I don't want to be. I choose to be an entertainer, and I hope I'm entertaining you guys. This is much more fun. I'd rather hang out with you guys than a bunch of degenerates in court, and I'm talking about the lawyers. Speaking of, so what we have here, let's do a little recap. I talked to Yoli. She wished she could be here. She's my buddy on doing these things. I asked her about maybe doing, I love dinner time expert news. You know what? I'll tell you, I love this too. I like this time frame because the days are getting longer and it gives me the opportunity. If I can do like 4 to 6-ish around there, 4:30 to 6:30, it gives me the opportunity to be able to go have dinner with White Rabbit and not feel stressed and not have my mind. Because you know what happens is hey, Kim Yabara. He called me Bumbles. Kim, he called me Bumbles. Anyway, so I like this earlier thing and just maybe a summer schedule. Besides that, we get new people and we get more fun. But you know what? Friday Night Live is always going to be Friday night. All right. We're going to have a great one this Friday. Working on it. Got work done on my brain. Don't have it worked out on paper yet, but that's okay. I use a computer anyway. I forgot I was trying to show you guys this the other day. I never got it uploaded, did I? Let's see if I can find this now. I bet you I can't. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. I was going to show you where Triple B called me Bumbles. He said, I bumble. I bumble or whatever. I thought it was a compliment because we are the island of misfit toys here, and everybody knows that bumbles bounce. Ask you, Yukon Cornelius. Hey, how you doing, Chris Zagata? You know what? You don't see many Z last names, and I always am attracted to that. I always look at it and like, wow, that's cool. Because E is way far up there in the alphabet. Hey, how you doing, Chris the Limited Edition? What is going on? Haven't seen you in a while. Missed you. We've been. Oh, what's happening? We're okay, aren't we? What I miss? Hey, Lisa Hines, how you doing? She Hunts, what's going on? You know what I'm starting to notice? I'm starting to notice that I recognize people that are more people that come back to Discord and talk and hang out and stuff. I realize I recognize you guys more now. That's a new thing for me. Aussie Aries, how you doing? Okay, guys, we're gonna get this started. So here's what happened. April 3rd, okay, was this hearing is coming up in Pensacola at the judge's chambers. It's not going to be publicized. It's going to be closed doors. He's calling in the attorneys for both sides, both Jeremy and Preston and Cook. Okay, Docket and what's his name? Hamilton. Bruce Matskin, Mr. Matskin. So I'm not calling people names or anything like that. It's a joke when I do it. Okay, guys. So don't anybody take it serious, because I do, just like I have a respect for fellow streamers and I don't talk about them, I also have respect for fellow lawyers. And but those guys, they're successful and all that stuff and what they do. Me, I worry about getting a tan. I need to go get a tan. Anyway, hey Nikki Lynn, what's going on? I like the name, like I like the way you spelled Nikki. It's like Nikki Six. So the meeting is coming up, I think it's April 3rd. I had said earlier, hey, how do you say IWSYDHT? But how you doing? I had said earlier that nothing was going to matter. Anything that they put out, any of these motions or anything else like that, it's not going to matter until April 3rd. It's just everybody, and because there's a lot of people that they're doing this stuff, okay, because it's a dopamine fix, right? They're like, oh, we got to have our channels up, we got to do this, we got to do that, okay. But it's not always quality content, and we need quality. And here's the other thing: is I worry about that because I think that a lot of what Bruce Matskin has been saying about this polyurethane acronym he's come up with, that he's the one that's actually producing more and more litigation. So people on YouTube, he's obsessed with YouTube, it seems like. And this is, if you've been following me, I showed you guys about how views can be bought, how they're not necessarily real. I think you could use that very nefariously. And anyway, you're pushing for all this stuff, right? I think I worry. I'm at the point now where I worry that we, the creators that actually care, especially me, like I have a thing for courts, the legal process, and all that. I don't want to be pushing a junk agenda simply because I've got to see X amount of people in a stream. I want to see you guys. This is the best chat on the tubes. You're your own show. I love it. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you. I don't know what that means. Volstorm? I know polyurethane. Hey, James, how's it going, bud? Where are we? Oh, here we go. And click. All right, hang on a second. Give me a sec. Give me a second here. All right, I'm going to. I've got sinuses. Okay, I'm not going to show you guys me putting this up my nose and you hear me do this. Okay, so give me a second. Oh my God. I touched the tip. You couldn't hear me, could you? Touch the tip. Sorry about that. Guys, let's get Ceiling Cat out of here because you know what? Ceiling Cat's probably the reason why I've got some allergies. So we're going to get Ceiling Cat out of our way. It's actually Velcro Kitty. Say bye-bye, Velcro Kitty. Scat cat. What are you doing down here now? So will you come get the cat? Anyway, I don't have a cat, so I don't know how he got in here. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. This is the preferred nomenclature look. All right, we're going to read through this. I'm going to give you my opinion about it. Remember, I'm not an attorney, but I am a lawyer. I made it through school. I understand the writings. I understand how to do this stuff. Don't tell anybody about that. It ruined my reputation. Holy cow. Because you know what? Right now, the worst thing that's happened to me is that I'm wearing pants. I was in such a excitement. I forgot to take them off. And I hate wearing pants. I'd rather be a rock and roller. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be cool to be like a rock and roll lawyer? That'd be cool. All right. United States District Court for the Northern District of Florida, Gainesville Division. Oh, hang on a second. We get a little highlighter here, right? Okay. Now here they put Gainesville Division. The last time you guys were talking about Matskin never puts Gainesville Division there. I'm like, I don't think you have to do it. But this is from the judge. So here's something. Everybody has their own writing style. Every lawyer, remember, I gotta see how Pickle Rick back there comes through my glasses. That drives me nuts. Remember that to a pen is to a attorney what a brush is to an artist. Okay, so everybody has their own style, their own way of doing things. Hales versus Cook. It's finally getting done the proper way. So that's everybody, you know. How do you take that off? Remove highlight. There we go. All right. Order. No, it's not a ham and cheese on rye. Okay. This is the court saying this. We are ordering this. Hey, Marcus King. Thank you so much. Look at this. Marcus King. How are you doing? You know what? Marcus, we all know that you did this for the ladies because you look like a ladies' man. So let's go ahead and tell the ladies, hey, girls, and maybe a guy or two, this is for you.
Wiggle, 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 yeah. 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 Wiggle, 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 yeah.
Thank you, Marcus. Okay. Make sure this is running. Yes, just like Order 66. The Emperor has spoken. Hey, Taz, how you doing? So defendants have filed 4 motions for attorney's fees under 28 USC subsection 1927. Documents 104, 105, 114, 116. I realize I misspoke. You're supposed to say 104, 105, 114, 116. That's for my English teacher. Actually, I think my math teacher said that. Anyway, 6th grade math. The motions shall seek the same relief and should have been filed as one motion. Thus, the 4 motions, documents 104, 105, 114, 116, are stricken. Now, let's do this. Are stricken. I don't have them in front of me. 104, 105, 116, 140. I don't have them in front of me. I don't know who wrote those. I'm going to assume. Hey, Lady Jamie, what's happening? Broken Baker. How you doing, buddy? How's it going? Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to thank you also for helping out the Broken Baker. He got past the unlucky number of 14.3. He is now at 14,450. He is absolutely killing it. If you guys are interested in Karen Reed, please go check out his channel. Broken Baker is he's a solid dude. He's a solid dude. We love him to death. Baker, feel free to put your info in the chat. And also, he's single, ladies. Just real quick here to tell you, because Dollywood's coming up, live FNL in Dollywood, Tennessee. Well, actually, we're not going to have FNL at Dollywood. We're going to go to the park the day before and have fun. But Broken Baker will be there. Now, FNL venues and all that stuff cost a lot of money. So I am selling the Broken Baker dates with the Broken Baker. Here's a little promo for him. The Danish experience, y'all. The Danish experience. He's very single, very disease-free, very healthy Baker. The court is tired of both attorneys in this case clogging the docket, clogging like a toilet, with unnecessary, duplicative, and meritless filings. Okay. This is fun, right? You guys want to have fun with it, or you want me to critique it? Let's have fun first. The court. Hey, listen up, you jabronis. I'm tired of this, okay? I'm tired of you clogging up the toilets in here with all this unnecessary toilet paper you're throwing everywhere. You duplicate everything, okay? Like with your polyurethanol ordering, whatever you're doing, and it's all meritless. Okay, it's meritless. It has no merit. Do you know what that means? It means you ain't got a leg to stand on. The key thing here that strikes me is the court is tired of both attorneys. Neither one of them is. In the eyes of the court, these words tell me, because I mean, it's the very first language come out of the first sentence here. It tells me that he's not happy with either side. They're both equally. So all the stuff you know, everybody's like, oh my gosh, you know, Matskin's just as awful. He's doing all this stuff. To me, right now, I would say if you read this to me and you want me to give you an answer, I'd say I think the judge is equally mad at both of them. Neither one of them are in the clear. I don't care how you feel. We're just talking about how the judge feels. Okay. Just think about the language. Okay. The quantity of judicial resources that have been consumed by this case is ridiculous. Now, I want you to break this sentence down. The quantity, right? That's size, right? I threw mine away. Here, we're going to do this. It's not in here. I thought that was the. I've got it somewhere. Okay. Visual aid time. All right, y'all. This is a ream of paper. It is. $500 sheets of paper is a ream. Okay. I do not have I have a measuring tape somewhere. All right. So like this. I'm trying to find something. Okay. They're like a Coke can. Everybody knows what a Coke can is. Look at how big that is. It's half a Coke can. A ream of paper is half a Coke can. And it's only 500 pages. There's 116 documents that he's talking about. And we don't even have discovery back for Matskin, from Matskin's side, from Preston and Cook. Do you realize that file is like this, sitting in the federal courthouse? I guarantee you, somebody filed something. The judge called out to his secretary, said, hey, Glenda, bring me the Otter Creek file down there. So she comes in like this, and she just put it right on in the middle of the judge's desk. And he's like, dear Lord. She's like, I'm going to have to file disability. This thing's so heavy. I bet you anything. Because they're the quantity of judicial resources, all the people they have to file everything, they have to put it's file cabinet space. Think about it, like a storage locker. You are buying that footage from them. And it's your and mine tax dollars. It's federal court. The quantity of judicial resources that have been consumed by this case is ridiculous. I've never seen a judge use the word ridiculous. It's very to the point. I love it. By the way, guys, please hit the subscribe. We just hit 7,000. We're going to go to 8. This simple one plaintiff and 2 defendant defamation case has 117 docket entries, and discovery has not even been completed yet. I swear on my channel, did not read this before right there. I swear to you, and that's what I just said. I did not read this. You guys know that. You guys are here all the time. No, part of who I am, part of my shtick, part of my show is that I read things for the first time with you. So you get my live reaction, because reaction is what you're here for, right? I did not read this. That is scary, because I was right. I was right. This simple one plaintiff, 2 defendant defamation case. There's class action lawsuits that don't have as much paperwork in them as this. Discovery's not even been completed. The court hereby notifies counsel that at the hearing previously scheduled for April 3rd, 2025, the court will be addressing whether both attorneys should be sanctioned for their continual abuse of the judicial process and unprofessional litigation conduct. Wow. So that right there. Wait a second.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
There you go. That right there. Hey, ZG Schmidt, what's going on? That right there is everything, y'all. Holy cow. Let me tell you what. I know attorneys that have been sanctioned. I say sanctioned. They've been reported to the bar. They've had to go through a process. And not for something that they did wrong legally, but because the other side didn't like their attitude. Guy's a great attorney that I know, but he got representation to go to the bar. He's like, no, this is absolutely ridiculous. And they found in his favor, and the other side had to pay and all that stuff. But that's how they are. People, it's weird. Court system, the best way to fight a lawsuit is to not get in one. So for their continual abuse of the judicial process and unprofessional litigation conduct. Now, this is very damning, I would think, for Randy Shockett. Why do I say that? Because he is licensed to practice law in the state of Florida in this judicial court, okay, this district court, federal court. Bumbles, hey, let's go. What's happening? Bumbles? No, I'm Bumbles. Matskin, he doesn't. He can walk away right now and wash his hands and laugh the rest of his life and say, that guy down there, he's got to deal with a judge that's mad. Hey, thank you so much, Freckled Ginger, for the 5 memberships. Y'all, if you're lucky enough to get a membership, there will be a link to Discord afterwards. You go to my page, you go to the membership thing, and that's where everybody hangs out. You got to go hang out, have a good time. And thank you, Freckles. If you guys, she sent me this. She doesn't like her face to be seen, but this is a little tribute she did for the show. That's her in the box. So when Ask what's in the box. It's freckles. Hate me yet. So see Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 11C3, saying that district court may issue sanctions after ordering an attorney to show cause. See also Eagle Hospital Physicians LLC versus SRG Consulting Incorporated, Federal 3rd District, 11th Circuit. Wait, hold on, it's not 3rd District. It's see, I don't practice. I'm forgetting my what's that called? Yeah, grammar. Anyway, 11th Circuit, 2009. It might be the third reporter. Sorry. Court may impose sanctions for litigation misconduct under its inherent power. In Bryken Am LLC equipment leasing litigation, the second federal supplement, second reporter. Sorry, still think I got it wrong. I'm gonna quit saying that. Sorry. Florida 2013. Recognizing a district's inherent power to effectively manage its affairs by punishing and deterring abuses of the judicial process. The unprofessionalism. Now, these are quotes from, this is Docket. This has been litigated. This is binding rules. This is the judge talking here. This is, what's his name? Bolitho. The unprofessionalism of both lawyers. These are not words you want to ever see in a sentence, guys. In this case, surpasses anything the undersigned. Oh, wow. Holy cow. That makes me sick. That makes me sick. The unprofessionalism of both lawyers in this case surpasses anything that a federal magistrate judge, has seen before. In all of his years of being an attorney, in all of his years on a bench, he has never seen a SHIT show like this one. That makes me sad. When counsel for both parties show up for a hearing on April 3rd, 2025, they must bring their checkbooks. Wow. What does that mean? Are they going to have to pay fines? I don't know what this means. I really have no idea. I can't even think. I can't even fathom something right now. I'm taken back. Hey, RJ. Frogman, what's up? Bring their checkbooks. I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's see here. Hang on. So I just asked the question. Let's see if I can get an answer before this is over. Wow. Indeed, the court probably should have issued sanctions. Hang on, I got to shrink that down. Indeed, the court should have probably issued sanctions earlier in the case. Oh, wow. So again, okay, the word indeed, when I read that out loud, okay, maybe you guys take it differently, but everybody reads based off their backgrounds, their education, and their experiences, right? So for me, when I read indeed to me is like a softening word. But it's not. It's not. It sounds like a softening word, but it's a very distinct, very demanding word. But if you take that out, you read this sentence as the court, and you take probably out, probably softens the blow. If you say the court should have issued sanctions earlier in this case, that's a different sentence. And that's cringe. That's a cringe sentence. Think about it. If he had written it as the court should have issued sanctions earlier in this case. All right, there's a footnote here. I forgot what the footnote was in reference to. Okay, so we'll go back here and read this. The court hereby notifies counsel that the hearing previously scheduled for April 3rd, 2025, the court will also be addressing whether both attorneys should be sanctioned for their continual abuse of the judicial process and unprofessional litigation conduct. Footnote. The following filings will be addressed at the hearing. Oh, this is a whole nother stream right here. All of which appear to be possible violations of Federal Rules Civil Procedure 11 because they are frivolous and are presented for improper purposes. Defendant's motion for, reconsideration. Defense motion for reconsideration, document 82. Defense motion, document 85. And plaintiff's motion to dismiss counterclaim document 86. If anybody has those easily available, if you could send those to me, you'd be a peach. I would. I don't know what I'd do, but I'd tell you I love you. I mean, that's for sure. Because it just saved me the time of having to look them up. I don't know. Some of y'all probably have like a whole folder. Like I should have a folder with all these labeled in there. I don't. Okay, so now, but the court, indeed, the court probably should have issued sanctions earlier in the case, but the court does not like to issue sanctions, believing that lawyers, as officers of the court, will and almost always do behave appropriately after being warned. I'll tell you this. So when he says lawyers as officers of the court, I know that in any proceeding, anything I do, I've talked to the cops before, right? And so we'll say maybe expert was driving a little fast. Maybe he wasn't. That's somebody's opinion. And I have to talk to a guy with a hat and a badge and a gun and a pen and a piece of paper. And he says, you know how fast you're going. So I'm like, hey man, look, I'm on your side. I went to law school. Love you guys. I just want this to go as amicably as possible. And they go, oh, so you're a lawyer. Wow, you should have known better than to go through that stop sign without stopping. And I said, hey man, stop signs with white outlines are optional, right? And he looks at me, I'm like, this is a joke. Sorry, man, it's an inside joke. Sorry. Let's not talk about me, shall we? Okay. So lawyers as officers of the court will and almost always do behave appropriately. You're not behaving appropriately. You're like the little kids in church that the mom won't take them back to the cry room. And you're like, hey, lady, there's a cry room back there. It's empty. They pipe in the sound. You can hear the whole sermon. Why don't you take your kids back there? Instead, they're laying on the floor, screaming and crying, eating nachos, or actually they're eating Doritos. I'm like, hey, sorry. You should act appropriately. I mean, think about it. These are people that made it through college. They made it through law school. They got tested. They got tested for their mental ability to do this. Then they got tested for their ability to think on their feet and quickly come up with answers, the correct answers when needed. Hey, I just see Zach, and Zach is saying hi to Rosalind Duke. Rosalind Duke's here. The Roz, the Frito Banditos here. And let's see, who did I see? Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Lorraine? You know what I mean? That's a Catholic thing. They don't take it back there. Did I see? What did I see? JS Rocker. I hope you're John Rocker. Yeah, tell the judge you don't have a contract with him. That'd be sovereign citizen stuff. Thus, the court has tried to cajole. See, I read that as cajoles. Like, you know, you got the cajoles to do this. Has tried to cajole compliance with the rules in other ways and has been patient with counsel. Guys, y'all that have listened to me have heard me say that, that the be careful here. Like, you know, this is not a win because, like, what was it? It was the one where they asked for legal fees on something, and the judge said the way you acted in your emails, said this to Shock It, the way you acted in your emails, you don't deserve to get legal fees. And I was like, that's a big one, guys. Like, you got to watch these little things like that. Like, he got warned. He was like, dude, man. I was like, you have to realize judges are not, they're not reasonable people. They're judges. I'll never forget. It will. Okay, it's very simple. If you look on the world stage, in the Middle East, one of the things that they have to train our military for and stuff when going over there is that there is but one judge, and that's Allah, and you're not going to convince them any other way. And so they usually tell them to go. So tell them to go see Allah for due process. But anyway, that's a military thing. What I understand. Valhalla maybe can help us out later. But judges, they are the final say, and they are God in that courtroom, and you better believe it, because if you don't, the minute you forget that you're at the temple, they will strike you down with vengeance. At least the judges I've run into. It's the reason why I don't go to court. Thus, the court has tried to control compliance. Sorry, I read this other ways and been patient with counsel. That obviously has not worked. Instead of it working and you behaving like attorneys, instead, the attorneys in this case have taken advantage of the court's patience and abused the judicial process. No more. What? Holy. Yeah, my stomach got butterflies. Give me a second, okay? Let's break this sentence down. This is okay. By the way, this is like you would do this when you're trying to learn the law. You would sit there with your study group and you break down sentences and stuff like that, getting prepared for class. And this is what I wanted to share with you guys. So you're getting a legal education here. You're not getting a funny story or goofy voices. I can't do that. I'm just the expert. I'm nobody else. I mean, even my name's a goofball, you know, contradiction. So, but let's break this down. We're going to be in we're in a study group. Have you guys ever seen The Paper Chase? I'm Mr. Hart. Instead, the attorneys in this case have taken advantage of the court's patience. Now, that sentence sounds familiar to me. I've heard that before. I don't know where, but I know that when you use the term, you've taken advantage of my patience, that is a very judgmental, like that is a ruling type of thing. That is something a king would say to the court. Interesting, they call it the king's court, right? the king would say to an advisor, you've taken advantage of my patience. I'm trying to give a pop culture reference. That'd be so easy. Anyway, so that could be a sentence right there. So we can make this. The attorneys in this case have taken advantage of the court's patience, period. They have abused the judicial process, period. Then the sentence, no more. This sentence right here, 2 words, full sentence. The only way, and this is that artistic thing I talk about, the style of the individual. The only way I could see making this a more poignant fact, something that you look at, you go, oh boy, is if this sentence was its own paragraph between these 2 paragraphs. So imagine reading, instead, the attorneys in this case, let's see here, let me get my, how do I get is that it? Nope. Oh, that's signature. How did I do this? I thought there was, that's it. That's my marker. And we'll do this, and we'll do, what color? Do I get to pick a color? Well, you always do red, right? Okay. So instead, the attorneys in this case have taken advantage of the court's patience and abused the judicial process. And if you take this out, if you put it right here, that would be the thing that only way I could see that as being more damning. I got to turn that off. It is back to that. Okay. Oh, Rickles. Thank you so much. Hang on. Let me check my email. Rickles. Everybody, give it you know what? Here you go. Rickles, you get your own. Thank you so much, Rickles. This is, you rock. You absolutely rock. Now if I can figure out how to download them, right? Oh, this is gonna be so great. Oh, this is gonna be so great. Thank you, Rickles. All right. Okay. Defendants may refile a single motion for attorney's fees under 28 U.S.C. subsection 1927, and plaintiff may respond to that motion. Plaintiff may also respond as previously ordered by document 113. But other than those filings, neither party may submit any additional filings, barring an emergency situation. In this case, until after the hearings on April 3rd, 2025, this is becoming the biggest day in Otter Creek history. Let's see here with the second subsection. If the parties claim something is an emergency and the court finds it is not, then the offending lawyer will be sanctioned. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Oh man, we ain't playing in Pensacola. It's not spring break. This is live, baby. We're at the alligator pit now. We're gonna do some gator wrestling. We're gonna do some good old-fashioned federal law down in Florida. And I'm gonna tell you, attorneys, right now, you better grow up, because you are making a clown show out of the profession, out of everything. This is a true thing. This is what I do take this stuff serious. Okay. There are 1 million American soldiers have died during the time that we have been a country to defend our Constitution, which is basis is on due process of law, something that no other country in the world has. People don't understand it. You could write novels on what due process is and not fully explain it. And yet men and women sign up every day to go fight for that. And I absolutely love it. And I believe that you have to protect our judiciary, just like every other constitutional part of the foundation of our country and our government, because we owe that duty to those who laid their life on the line. That's a little patriotism coming from me. Iron Rabbit, how you doing, babe? Oh my gosh, where'd you go? I turned my comments off on this side. Iron Rabbit, 28 months. Thank you so much for hitting like, hey, you know what? That reminds me, Iron Rabbit, I was over here on top chat. I forget to go to live chat because you're not here to remind me. Y'all, if you haven't hit live chat, turn to live chat. It's much more jumpier and bouncier, and you get a lot more interaction. And everybody, please, pray for Jesus to give his attention to Iron Rabbit and her needs. That's all I'm going to say. I love you guys. I love you, Iron Rabbit. And hey, look at her. She gifted to me. You guys know Iron Rabbit is a Vietnam War veteran. I absolutely love that. And you know what? It's funny. One of the things is she loves is so you will be sanctioned. Holy cow. Man, thank you, Iron Rabbit. Thank you. I see I turned comments off again. How did I do that? Okay. Guys, if you haven't, please remember to hit subscribe, hit the like button while you're here. Let's get everybody here. We're at 372 people now. Let's get up to, let's see, we hit 400 and we'll go, yeah. Say, yeah. Say, it feels good. All right. Let's go back up here. Hang on. So remember, it was the following filings will be addressed at the hearing, all of which will appear to possible violations of Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 11 because they were frivolous and or presented for improper purposes. Do we have the what? Oh, sorry. What did I do with my thing? What 11 was? Okay. All right. We're just going to leave it there. Now, let's see if I can do this easily. I can't. That's so weird. So weird. Let's see. We're going to see what 85 was. So remember, okay, guys, remember this. We are looking for, no, not 85. Is it? No. That's what he said down here. The following filing, that's what, okay, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong thing. I read the wrong thing. I apologize. Hang on a second. Okay, so this was in the footnote, remember? Defendant's motions for reconsideration. So the following filings will be addressed at the hearing, all of which will be possible violations of Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, documents 78, 82, 85, and 86. I think I told you that wrong. Hang on a second here. Rickles, I think I told you that wrong because you got 80. No, wait, you got it. 85. Yeah, you got it. I'm the one who's got it wrong. I'm sorry. I downloaded the wrong one first. So let me get this in the right order. Sorry, guys. Okay, now we got I didn't do it. All right, 78 was the first one. This is Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. This comes from Matzkin. You can tell from the colons here. Colons. Is that what it is? Those are colons, aren't they? He puts colons down the middle. That's a colon, right? Am I saying that right? The 2 dots, that's a colon? Because I just realized something. You know, I said the whole thing about artists and the paintbrush and lawyers and the pen. It's down the middle of the paper. He does colons because it's an ass crack. I guarantee you that's come through his mind. All right, so this one was the first one we were going against the defendants. President could move to federal to reconsider court's order denying their motion to transfer. The support memorandum shows in accordance with Rule 7. Memorandum filed the same as the motion. Reconsideration. Just as relief, the defendants specify submit to mistaken inference of prejudice defendants. What was this? Was this the one? Oh yeah, this was about moving from Gainesville to Gainesville, right? Yeah. To transfer further proceedings in this action to the Gainesville federal courthouse. The case was filed in the Gainesville court division. Okay. And it's like, it was. You don't have to do it. This is moot. So this is the one thing that the judge said. Nope, you don't have to worry about this. This one is struck. Okay, so how do I get rid of this one? All right, let me go get my other one first. So that was 78, and then now 82 is the next one. Download it. And we're going to go to stop screen, present, share screen. Guys, tomorrow night, Friday Night Live at 9:15, the return of Shizzy, the Wiznutter, will be here. We'll have, hopefully we have Connor, we got Volstorm, Diva, White Rabbit, the normal crew, and then we'll try to get some oddballs come in. Okay, so this is document 82. This one also was stricken. Remember, what were the ones? In the footnote, the judge said, no, wrong thing. Wrong. Oh, I got too many screens open, y'all. I confused myself. Holy cow. I did. I totally confused myself. The judge said defendant's motion for reconsidering 78, defendant's motion for reconsideration 82, which is what we're looking at right here. And let's do that again. That is not it. We're going to 82. There it is. All right. Motion for reconsideration. Rule 80 or document 82. What's all the black squares for? What do black squares mean? What do black squares mean? All right. Okay. Pursuant to Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 60B1 and 6, defendants move for reconsideration on order number 66 because they relied on order number 53, in which the court stated there would be a hearing on remaining objections to the plaintiff's discovery request following an ordered phone conference. No hearing was held. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is that inner what was the language the judge used? Hold on, what was that language? Ridiculousness? No, what did he say? The court is not like to issue sanctions, believing the lawyers tried to. They take advantage of the court's patience. I forget the amount of where was that? The continual abuse of judicial process and unprofessional litigation conduct. Yeah, the simple one plaintiff and two defendants defamation case has 117 docket entries, and discovery has not even been completed yet. And this is 66. This is so pointless here. This is like saying, oh, whoops, I'm sorry. So this is a motion for reconsideration because I'm sorry. I wrote Gainesville instead of whatever that was, Pensacola, because they relied on Order 53, which the court said there would be a hearing, which didn't happen. Order 66 overlooked objections to three of the plaintiff's document requests. So see, he tries to change in this one. He tried to change the order. He's trying to go to document request, which wasn't part of it. It was never part of this, dude. That's so stupid. Now I see it. Not stupid. I mean, like, okay, it's a legal strategy, and it may be working for him. I don't know, but that's what the judge is sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, man, and get over it." Like, I don't even know where I am right now. We're having a hard time. How do we do this? Oh, wait a second. I just saw Wicked Good. Let's all make sure we are subscribed. It's free. Wicked Good. Thank you so much. I love you. That was awesome of you.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
Y'all had time to subscribe during that. Oh, they're out of play. Your play as a school. Well, we go late. We go to midnight, 11 o'clock your time. Ted Wendell, they need to have their checkbooks because there will be fines. Yeah, but what type of fines are there? See, that's where I'm saying I don't know. That is something entirely new to me. Yeah, okay. So, and thank you, Ted. Ted, thank you so much, because that also reminded me to check my message I sent out. And the answer is that the judge wants the attorneys to be prepared to pay sanctions on the date of the hearing. Holy moly. This is the judge that looked up Expedia prices for Matskin to be able to make it down there. He's like, hey, it costs just as much to fly to Gainesville as it does Pensacola. So you're coming to my office. I'm not driving to Gainesville. There's not a straight interstate shot. I don't want to, because you know why? I wear the robe. Thank you, Ted. And Zach says, no, Evan Wiggles. Guys, ask Zach why he doesn't like Wiggles. He is anti-Wiggles. He is paying for no Wiggles. He says he will give money for no more Wiggles. He doesn't get Wiggles. So, okay, where are we now on this? Oh, sorry. We are on 85. I don't have 86 downloaded. So let me get 86 downloaded. We'll get ready for that. And okay, now let's go to. Oh, I can wait. Hold on. Did I just lose everybody? On my end, I lost everybody. I pushed the button too hard and everybody goes away. That was weird. That was a weird experience, but it works. We're okay. Guys, it's getting warm in this room. Okay. Okay, so now 86. Remember, all these were what the judge had said. He said, let me get his right language. The files will be addressed at the hearing, all of which will appear to be, all of them appear to be violations of Federal Rules Civil Procedure 11, which I need to look that one up too. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be awesome. We're gonna read that one after this. Okay, so where are we here? This was a motion to dismiss. So this one was by Randy Shockett. You can tell because he doesn't have the colon in the middle. You know, he's not making the butt crack. Motion to dismiss defendant Preston's counterclaims and motion to strike with an incorporated memorandum of law. Here by the through undersigned counsel in accordance with the federal rules. It's a motion to dismiss. What's the date? So this is 85. This is the end of February. Preston filed a counterclaim 69. Yes, you did, which seeks to add plaintiff's counsel as a party defendant of the counterclaim. Defendant's attempt to add another party to this case is untimely under the court's final scheduling order. For this reason alone, the counterclaim should be dismissed or stricken. Okay, so we don't have to read the memorandum of law. The memorandum of law is just going to back up his argument here. Wow, there was a counterclaim, and there, dude, think about what this is saying. Okay, Shockett saying Preston filed a counterclaim which seeks to add the plaintiff's counsel. Right, and where do I go? To include him. Defense attempt to add another party to the case is untimely under this court's final scheduling order. For this reason alone, the counterclaim should be dismissed or stricken. Now, here's what bothers me is I had to reread this because this was Randy Shockett wrote this one. Okay. So I was thinking at first, it's like, okay, the judge wants the people that wrote the things. He wants to talk to that person about what they wrote. After seeing what this is about, may not be. So we got the two on Gainesville, right? We got the one on, we want to move from Gainesville to Gainesville. Then it's you, the judge, you didn't read that. Not only do we want to move from Gainesville to Gainesville, but there are like three other things we put in there. Those were both from Bruce Maskin. This one is from Randy Shockett. And this one too looks like it's Bruce Maskin did a boo-boo. Okay. Just this is a layman's term. This is just like I have no fight in this. I don't know the Hales. I like their style. Okay. But that doesn't make me a team player. I am 100% for the law when I'm speaking about this. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. Trying to educate you guys through a study group style session. All right, now see here. There's one more on here, and we need to cover that one. It's this one, and we will stop screen, present. Wait. Where'd that go? Share screen, Windows, and it's A6. All right. So on this one, another one. I mean, I don't even have to look at it. I can tell you this is written by Shockett. See? Shockett. All because of no Collins. So Shockett says, and this was on February 24th, motion to dismiss defendant Cook's counterclaims and motion to strike. Didn't I just read that? No, the other one was to strike him as a new litigant, to strike Shockett from being sued. This one is to strike the Cook's counterclaims. Okay. Defendant Cook filed a counterclaim, document 69, which seeks to add plaintiff's counsel as a defendant. Yeah, that's what I just did. Defendant's attempt to add another party in this case is untimely under the court's final rules. Reason alone, the counterclaim should be dismissed or stricken. Didn't we just read that in the last thing? Oh. Oh. This is document 86. Okay. You see this? Why is that not? There we go. 86. 86. Why is that not staying there? Then we go over here and we stop And we present, share screen to 85. Okay, now here we are on '85, right? Make sure 85. Motion to dismiss defendant Preston's counterclaim. So is one Preston and one's Cook? Is that the difference? It is. One's Preston and one's Cook. But defendant Preston filed a counterclaim. Defendant's attempt to add another party to this case is untimely under the court's final order. For this around, the counterclaim should be dismissed or stricken. That's what the judge is going to get him on. Is that there were two counterclaims for one thing. He could have done Preston Cook. He's going to say there's too much litigation in here. There's too much paperwork. This is what he's going after shock it on. So, okay, here's what I have a problem with. Right? Now let's play a little. Let's talk this one out. Now we discuss. Okay. Now we're in the discussion part. So, oh, wait a second. I just missed something. Oh my goodness gracious. Hang on. I missed this. Oh my goodness gracious. Hang on. What was this? T for 2. Outbidding Zach for Wiggles. Well, T. You are the high bidder. High bidder wins. It's like you win a. It's like winning a date with Broken Baker. The high bidder wins.
Wiggle, 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 yeah. 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 Wiggle, 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 yeah.
Thank you, T. And whoops, where we go? And I saw another one here. Class A. What I see down here? Ted Wendell. Nope, Randy jumped the gun because Manskin didn't add Randy, just alluded to Randy's involvement. I see what you're saying. He jumped the gun. He didn't have to file it, and he did anyway. Gotcha, Ted. Thank you. I don't want to learn nothing about no law talking type stuff. I love Rosalind. Oh my gosh, I love her. I haven't heard about this. I have not heard about this. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that. I need to cut my hair. So I'm going to get a haircut tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe make it to 10 tonight. We'll see how the White Rabbit feels. Because she's in charge. Guys, if you haven't, please hit the subscribe. Now, let's do a little discussion time, okay? Let's see, where am I on all this? No. Hang on here. I want to make sure I got the right screens pulled up. Shane rocks. I'm waiting on this one. Oh my gosh. Anybody have that 300-page deposition? Lynn, how you doing? Member for 5 months. Missed you so much lately. I am around. And I'm trying to be around more often. And I really would like to start streaming earlier. But remember, tomorrow night is Friday Night Live. Between 9 and 9:30. 9:15 is what time I set it up for. But unfortunately, my co-host never there on time. I'm not the one that's late. They are, because I'm already ready to turn into Friday Night Live already. Let's do this thing, right? Let's rock and roll. Let's get some pretty girls and some wild stories, and everybody's taking their pants off and oh man, it's good times. Good times. Oh, that is so wonderful. Think about that, Big Al. That is all right. Hey, you know what? Let's go back to the beginning. All right. This is what we do here because we are following this closely. What does it say here at the beginning? All right, let's go up here. You know what? I'm so used to being over here in the corner. I want to go back. I want to go back to the cat corner. I might get Velcro cat back up there, ruining everything. All right. Let's see. The court hereby notifies counsel that hearing previously scheduled will be addressing whether both sanctions, continual abuse of judicial process, and unprofessional litigation conduct. A court may impose sanctions, inherent power, often by punishing the deterring abuse of the judicial process. The unprofessionalism of both lawyers in this case surpass anything the undersigned has ever seen. When counsel or both parties show up to a hearing, they must bring their checkbooks. Indeed, the court probably should have issued sanctions earlier in the case, but the court does not like to issue sanctions. Those of course tried to control the compliance and rules and obviously not worked. Instead, the attorneys in this case have taken advantage of the court's patience and abused the judicial process. No more. Defendants may refile a single motion for attorney's fees under 28 U.S.C. 927, and plaintiff may respond to that motion. Plaintiff may also respond as previously ordered by document number 113. But other than those filings, neither party may submit any additional filings. If I had what was done today, we could see. Anybody have a link? It was 116, which was stricken. 116. So I have that. I don't see 116. My stuff. You guys have really been great to make sure I get everything. I've got a bunch of y'all send me stuff. I love it, and I thank you so much. I apologize. Some of it you have to realize I don't think I can make a stream out of. Some of it I don't think is as important as it might be. Let's see, what is this one? It's 111. That's 114. Maybe have it. Hang on, but look hard enough. 15. Maybe it's this one. No, this one. We'll see what this is. 115. I don't have 116. I do not have 116, so I cannot tell you what it is. They got it kicked. So, oh, you sent me 116? Well, okay, guys, you have to realize. So I've got Discord, I have Twitter, I have email, and those are the three main ones I use. Okay. But I have other ways to communicate with me too. So it takes me a little bit here. Just give me a second. I appreciate you. Thank you, Rickles, so much. And I'm going to have to refresh this because it hadn't popped up yet, Rickles. All right, here we go. 116 is on its way. And we're going to stop screen. And share screen, window 116. 116. Thank you so much, Rickles. Everybody, thank Rickles for us. So this is obviously, we can tell from the colon. We can tell this comes from colon because of the colons, where it comes from. Motion for attorney's fees under 28 USC 1927. That actually wasn't that what the judge said was okay, though? Defendants move pursuant to 20 USC 927 in order for the plaintiff's counsel to pay reasonable attorney's fees for unreasonable and vexatiously multiplying proceedings by failing to pay half cost of the court reporter. Jeez. Previously deceiving the undersigned, he had paid it by showing a paid invoice that was actually for a separate copy of the transcript he had ordered and not part of the invoice subject to the court's order. March 26th and 9, he owed it when contacted by the undersigned demanding it be paid. Contacting Steno, the court reporter's firm, and obtaining confidential and irrelevant information about the undersigned's account and emailing the undersigned. What are you saying here? Okay, here's the thing. So this Maskin is saying that let's see here. Let's do okay, good. All right. Maskin is saying that Docket contacted Steno. Okay, look at this. The court reporter's firm and obtained confidential and irrelevant information. Matter of fact, I'm going to take all this out. Look at this. We're going to take that. Oh, how'd that go? Why is that not working? I don't know how to do it. Remove highlight. Jeez. All right. So if you obtained confidential and irrelevant information, that is Steno's problem. You need to take that up with Steno because you're the one that has the business relationship with them. And if they broke a confidentiality agreement, that's between you and them. It's not between you and the person asking. The person asking can really literally not have any idea that you have any type of contract, may not even know the fact. And of course, it comes out in the facts of the matter. I mean, maybe lawyers should know down there. Maybe that's a common thing for the attorneys. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but yes, there you go, Freckles. It's a Steno issue, not a Randy issue. But you know what this does? This multiplies litigation. The whole point of this is multiplying litigation for the purpose of making content. And Bruce Maskin's the one that's doing it because he's in psychology. They call what he's doing by blaming Jeremy for trying to multiply the litigation to make content for YouTube. In psychology, that's called projection. And what you're doing is you're like, I'm not doing it. I'm not touching my nose. You're touching your nose. Why are you touching your nose like that? Projection. And emailing the undersigned and Steno's general counsel revealing that information. Well, the general counsel Steno should take it up. Paying the long overdue half for December 19, but then threatening the undersigned with a motion for sanctions unless he paid by 5 p.m. March 26 for half of the cost of the transcript copy Mr. Docket had purchased and paid for previously. This is okay. Look what we got here. We have two different things that are contradictive, right? I'm going to take this off. Okay. Remove highlight. But plan pay half the cost of reporters and recognize the position or by court. All right, this one. See this? So Maskin says that Docket had deceived Maskin, saying that he had paid an invoice that was actually showing a paid invoice that was actually for a separate copy of the transcript he had ordered and not part of the invoice subject to the court's order. Then down here, let's see, and I may be wrong what I'm thinking of here, okay? paying the long overdue half for December 19th, but then threatening the undersigned for a motion for sanctions unless he pay him at 5 p.m. Half of the cost of the transcript copy Mr. Shotgun had purchased and paid for previously. So these two things are talking about these two sentences are talking about the same thing. Why aren't they together? Why aren't they just one sentence? This is why the judge is upset. Yeah, I think it's more of a modern trend that you try to do like legislation and court orders and rulings and stuff like that. It's supposed to be written in plain English, the four corners of the document, so to speak. You're supposed to be able to, a layman's supposed to be able to understand and comprehend what's going on there. Now, saying that, laymen do not understand and can comprehend it. I guarantee you that, and I wouldn't dare tell somebody to. But if you're used to this type of stuff, if you're educated in this type of stuff, you're experienced with this type of stuff, you can read and understand all this stuff. This is two things in one sentence. It's like back in the day, and I say the days like, I don't know, 100 years ago, lawyers used to get paid per word. Now they get paid per time. A lot of times you get real mouthy and wordy because you kind of have it in your head, like, like say this paragraph here, it probably is like, we'll say 5 minutes. It probably takes 5 minutes to write this paragraph, to think what you're going to say, type it out. We'll say 5 minutes. Okay. So that's 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes. So you're up to 15 minutes. If it's $200 an hour, that's $30. Welcome to the world of billing. Memorandum in support. Now, all this was stricken today, right? Hanskin's motion to dismiss 117 was the last one filed. Is that one sent too? This is 116. I don't have a 117, do I? Is that what I was doing earlier, maybe? I don't remember. I'm getting kooky up here. The squirrels are running out of energy. I haven't eaten yet. Yeah, so here's my question. Is he pro bono? Everybody keeps running around saying he's pro bono. I don't think you have to be pro bono. I don't think he is. He's asking for money. Okay. Any attorney or where does this go? Hang on here. Where's my thing? Which one is this? 116? All right. 20 USC subsection 1927 provides any attorney or other person admitted to conduct cases in the United States or territory that multiplies the proceedings in any case unreasonably and vexatiously may be required of the court to satisfy personal and excess costs, expenses, and attorney's fees responsible. No, I read this. This was the other day. Yeah, we did this one. And this has been thrown out. These are the emails. Yeah, I don't care about the emails or anything. Hazel, Monty Engel with pounds. How you doing over there in UK? How's it going? What's the weather like? I'm over here in Tennessee, America. It's 69 degrees. And I no longer have 6,900 subs. I got 7,000 because of you beautiful people. And please be sure to hit the subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. Please hit the notification bell so you can be here tomorrow night, Friday Night Live. Guys, Friday Night Live is the show where I try to get the people who I see beautiful talent in to come up on stage, share their experiences, their stories, get comfortable with talking, and create a better show themselves. Because you know what? I'm a fan. I'm a fan as much as I am a participant. You need to read past that section. He debunks his own claims with the emails further down. Steno split the bills and sent out invoices to both. Thank you so much, Hazel. You know what, Hazel? You're going to get some good old Americanism right here, Okay. Welcome to America.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Why did my camera change? Why did my camera change? The wiggles moved my camera. That was crazy, wasn't it? Okay, so hang on a second. I want to leave this up so I can read this. Okay, so Dimensional flips the emails further down. Steno splits the bills. Oh wow. Memorandum of support. Okay. Memorandum of support. Sorry. For okay, so to Randall. Counsel, you have not paid half of the December 19th deposition as ordered by the court. If you do not send $649.02 to me today, I wonder how he takes his money. He's like Cash App. You know, something. Everybody does Cash App that has it's a lot of criminals use it. To me today to cover half of that deposit. By the way, I have a Cash App, so I'm not saying you're a criminal if you have a Cash App. I do have one. I should probably promote that for Dollywood and be like, hey, you saved the 30%. Anyway, to me today, I will file a motion under 28 USC 1927. You may send it to Venmo. Hey, you guys want a Venmo, Bruce? You can Venmo him. Which it's funny because Amazon had a thing with Venmo for a while that like you sign up for an account, you got like $10, right? And so I signed up for a Venmo, and then Amazon quit accepting Venmo. I never found out why. Apparently, Mr. Shockett immediately phoned Steno, with whom the undersigned has an account, but Mr. Shockett does not obtain confidential account information about the separate outstanding invoice for the December 2nd deposition, leading to the reply email, which he inexplicably CC'd to Steno's general counsel. No, without reading this, I can tell you right now. So you're telling me I owe you $649.02 and to send it to you with Venmo. That's usually you write a check. Okay, that's how it works usually in law firms. Venmo is I don't know, but maybe that's the new thing. It's been a long time since I walked in a law office. So, I mean, you can get it transferred, you can wire it from the bank. You would do that before you send a Venmo, I would think. Think about it. Like lawyers have fax machines; they're very old fashioned. So then, Randy, what do you call it? Randall Shockett immediately phoned Steno. Yeah, he's like, hey, listen, on this day, this guy says I owe you $649.02. I just want to make sure that's true. That's what I would do. Within the undersigned account, Shockett does not obtain confidential account information. You can't obtain confidential information if it's given to you. It's not confidential. Leading to this reply. To Carly, me, I don't know who Carly is. Counsel, you are incorrect. We paid for both invoices that were sent to us from Steno. Volume 1 was invoiced to us and paid by us from Steno directly in full. For Volume 2, this bill was invoiced to us and paid for by us from Steno directly in full. I have a detailed conversation with Steno, who detailed me on your phone conversation with the billing department and who advised that we owe them nothing. But your invoice from Steno for Volume 1 in the amount of $3,878 remains unpaid by you. Oh, that's what he's going to try to say is confidential. And your Volume 2 amount of $1,290 was not fully paid by you. You only paid Steno $649.02, which is what he wants from Randy. Okay. So there's $5,000 that's owed to Steno. Now, for a pro bono, I mean, if you're pro bono, right? You're doing it free. You have, where would that go? There you go. $5,000 for the fees that somebody owes. You're not paying for that out of your own pocket. No attorney would, worth their salt, would do that. But he took in $5,000. So he's somewhere, he's going around asking for money or whatever. That's what it's for. The reference to the larger amount was for December 2nd deposition. The plaintiff, the undersigned, terminated. Another email came shortly after in which Mr. Docket now was apparently acknowledging that he had paid half of the December 19th invoice for the cost of the court reporter, but he didn't have to. It's going to be double talk. I guarantee this. Acknowledging that he hadn't paid for half. And he didn't have to. Whoops. Your invoice is your invoice. This is Carly at Steno. My invoice is my invoice. Steno says we are paid in full. Please tell me why we should pay 100% of our invoice and half of your invoice. Reference to my invoice was an invoice for the extra copy of the transcript he had ordered, not the December 19th invoice. Mr. Docket has now saying since he's been paid an extra transcript, he did not owe for the half of the December. What? Mr. Docket is now saying that since he paid for the extra transcript, he did not owe for half the December 19th invoice. They said we're paid in full. Yeah, 100% of your invoice. They pay for half. Oh my gosh, this is why the judge is calling him in. This is why, because my head hurts. We have paid. Here, this is Docket saying we have paid Steno. We will also seek 1/2 our invoice and move for sanctions today. Please pay 1/2 of our invoice from the second deposition by 5 p.m. today, or we'll be filing for sanctions. What that is? Docket to me. Counsel, we have paid Steno in full, now including half of your invoice. Now you must pay half of our invoice. We will give you 5 p.m. So this is a different invoice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so dumb. So all this got thrown out though, right? So there's a 117 I don't have yet, and that's thrown out. Holy cow. Yeah. Denied. 117 inbound, same place. Thank you so much, Rickles. Holy cow, Rickles, you are a machine. There it is. And we click this. We go download. And all right, let's see what this one is. Stop screen, present, share screen. Yeah, I said it. All right, here we go. Thank you, Rickles. Charlene Ravenfeld, member for 12 months. Look at that, 1 full year of expert shenanigans. Well, you know what? It's all fun and games until it's
Hello there. Oh, giggity goo.
I can't. I'm running out of things to push, so I'm pushing some of the older ones. Thank you, Charlene. 12 months. Wow. All right. I see. You know what? I'm kind of offended now because it used to be people always in my life always blame me, and now Jeremy's getting the blame. I'm like, wait a second. I mean, maybe that's kind of cool. Maybe I like that. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I've never lived in a world where it hasn't been expert's fault, and I'm having to adjust. Okay, so again with the colon, so we know who this is from. Motion to dismiss under Federal Rules Civil Procedure 41 and 4 sanctions. just starts off with an email. Wow, this is a new way of writing. Counsel threatening sanctions casually, or what was 117 here for? Is this the new thing he filed? Or the as a matter of course, has no place among officers of the court. You have been drafting these you haven't even drafted this threatened motion. That would require you to do some research in which you will see that you are wrong. Thus, your conduct on display here threatens the civility and professionalism in which the rules of the court rely to resolve disputes. This is very articulately correct. Okay. And Bruce is putting this in there to show that it was not professional way to speak to another attorney. He's going to try to make this bite Randy in the rear end, and it might work. It might work. Today's a big day. Today's a turn. It's a turn of events, but we have faith in the system. Remember that, guys. Faith in the system. Boy, I'm way far behind. How many pages is this? 13. I'm not reading out 13. I'm worn out. Guys. The court's order in document 43 was precipitated by the deposition of a plaintiff. Blah, blah, blah. Green, tirades and insults. Yellow, non-responsive. Oh, my gosh. He color-coded this? Dude is not doing any work, man. I mean, this is the most expensive litigation I've ever seen. Holy cow. I mean, this is like, it's over a simple defamation. Did you put up the signs with the intent to harm Jeremy with, through financial or other means, to harm his reputation in the community? Something like that. Yes or no? We got to figure that one out. If it's yes, guilty. If it's no, not guilty. That's all we're getting down to. What are the defenses? The defenses are, well, he's a public figure. Public figure, you're not excused from calling somebody a PDF file because they're a public figure. And then he's going to say, well, nobody saw him. There's on a one-lane road. Everybody's talking about him. This promoting litigation, polyurethane mess that you started is actually creating a case for Jeremy Hales. All you got to do is say, see? Here's my evidence. See? The court's order document 43, name calling. Yep. See, I knew he was going to do that. Name calling, personal attacks, obstructional behavior has no place in a deposition or other proceeding in this case. That's right. It doesn't. God, man, I hate the way he writes. Like this really is okay. I don't know where my blue book is. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little English class here. Okay. A little legal writing 101 from the expert. This right here. Whoops. That's not how you do it. How you do it. No, wrong thing. There we go. So this little wiggly line here, this all should be justified, okay, and indented. And it's supposed to be, is it 7 spaces in on both sides? Both sides supposed to be indented. It might be 7 spaces. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. This is very incorrect way of writing. This does not pass. You do not get a do better. Is what you get from the professor. See me after class. See me in my courtroom, April 3rd, Pensacola, Florida. Hey, Nick Staro's coming in here. Look at this guy. Y'all, I love Nick Staro, okay? Nick, are there any mods left? If there's any mods, if you guys would put a link up for Nick. He is a good guy. Nick's my buddy from Sweden. That's right, the land of Volvos, and I Kia and meatballs. All right. As providing the guidelines for professional conduct, lawyers should always interact with parties, counsel, witnesses, jurors. Yes. So this is a step. He's stepping back. He's backtracking, trying to say, "Look, I've been doing it right the whole time." This is that bratty little kid you didn't like that always, like try to be the teacher's pet. That's what this is. This is what's coming up to be. Blah blah blah. October 15th, 2024. Threat of sanctions. So he's saying that threat of sanctioning him is a bullying maneuver. Second threat of sanctions from a legal assistant. Oh my gosh. By the way, I do not like the term legal assistant here. I take the verbiage that my I had what was that class? Business associations professor said legal assistants have become a new thing. It's like, it's assisting, legal assistant. Like, when did we start walking away from secretary? He's like, I wonder if Hillary Clinton didn't like being called secretary. No, she loved it. Secretary is the second most important person next to the chairman or the president in a meeting. Robert's Rules of Order. Go back to using secretary. It's in the Constitution. It's the number one executive branch office, Secretary of State. Another threat of sanctions. Okay, so we're just doing this. If I say you're going to sanction me, that's threatening. That hurts my feels. Preemptive threat of sanctions. Preemptive. I'm not reading it. I'm not giving it the time. Threat of sanctions. Oh my gosh, look how mean he is. Okay, so let's work this through. Let's say these are threats, right? Oh, it's almost midnight here. Hang on a second. Where'd Nick go? I want to go to his channel. And I want you guys to know Nick is my buddy, okay? So go check him out. Love this guy. And Nick is one of the people, and I've said it before, great friend, right? I mean, Nick, I hope so. I've eaten with him. He's a wonderful conversationalist. He's so much better in person than on stream. He fills the room, okay? And I know he's a big guy and stuff, but he's not overly large, fills the room. He fills it with his personality. And because our algorithms are a little bit off, we don't run into each other. And I hate that. I don't see him as much as I'd like to. Wait, hold on, wait. There you go. In a corporate office, the secretary is most important. That is very true. Very, very true. It's good to see you, Nick. Helen Gall, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, expert. Yeah, it has been a while. Yes, I didn't even read this. Sorry I missed a lot, but here now. I'm so glad you're here, Helen. You know what? If you can't make it, it really means a lot. If you come back through and you just put a little heart in the comment section after the show's over, put a heart there, just so I know you're there. And it helps out so much with not the demographics. What's that thing called when you do the interaction? The interaction. But Helen, it's great to see you. And you know what, Helen? We haven't forgotten. Oh, by the way, congratulations to T for 2 for running Zach off. I don't see him here anymore. Elu, how are you doing? Hey, I got to run. We'll catch the rest on replay. Elu, I appreciate you. And when you catch a replay, again, it's that interaction thing. Put a little thing in the comments. Say, hey, told you so. Weirdo in sunglasses. Did I say hi to you, Silhouette? I love your avatar. I don't think I said hi to you. Tinkerloo, how you doing? You do not want that responsibility. Trust me, Tinkerloo. Yeah, he's a cool guy in person. Did I say that? Did you hear the way I said that? Because I had a thought. I said, yeah, he's a cool guy in person. So it sounded like I put a period in there, and it was a totally different meaning. Nick's a cool guy, period. Not two different things, like saying, oh, he's not cool anywhere else. But he is a cool guy. X007. You got a good point. All right. So anyway, we got all these. It's threatens of sanctions. Everything's gonna be, this whole thing's threatened for sanction. Motion to disqualify is coming if it never did. Guys, this is December 13th. I mean, man, you got better stuff to do on December 13th. It's Christmas season. Sarcasm, good news of adding more putative defendants. January, please stop being so ridiculous. This is the one that Shaka got in trouble for. Threat of emotion. Look at this. This is all building up to blame Randy. Guys, how did he know to get this out today? It's almost like he's clairvoyant. Maybe he asked a tarot card or something. Gave him the information that said, you're going to get this day, so you need to go ahead and have your response ready. And the two can cross in the emails. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff I've seen in my life, a lot of weird stuff. Gosh, more false accusation, interfering with witness. Accusation of witness tampering and intimidation, threat of sanctions. I mean, he's got a whole outline here. He's going to bring all this has been presented to the judge to say Mr. Shockett is so mean. These Florida attorneys are so mean. Did you ever see, hey, Volstone, what was that movie with Al Pacino and John Wick? What's that guy's name? Not Emilio's. What's his name? Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, and I think Charlize Theron was in it. Anyway, he was an attorney in Gainesville. Remember that? I don't know why it reminds me of that. T for 2 gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, T for 2. Oh my gosh, T for 2.
I can't take this.
Well, sorry, what? Anyway, thank you, T for 2. My Cousin Vinny's an incredible movie. No, it's The Devil's Advocate. Thank you so much, sir. Guys, if you are a movie fan, talk to Volstorm. He has seen them all. All right, this is going to be good. Conclusion here. Based on the foregoing, the defendants request this court issue oh, yeah, it is like he knew. It's like he knew. Son of a bitch, it's like he knew. The defendants request court issue monetary sanctions commensurate with the amount of time and resources the defendant counsel and the court has been forced to expend due to Mr. Shockett's actions. He's asking to be paid. Wow. He gets this. So you got the $5,000 on the deposition. You got the plane ticket. You got how many? There's 117 motions filed. How many of those are from Bruce? Skin. There are so many. He may come out smelling like a rose. You don't know. You don't know until it's over, till the ink has dried on the paper. Hey, Jan, how you doing? Maud, how you doing? Well, you'd expect him to file half, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's way over half in it. Darlene, I was hoping you from everything I said that you get the idea of why Randy is being asked to come in, because I mean it honestly doesn't look all that great. It doesn't look great at all. This is the fog of war that happens in a courtroom proceeding. Okay, guys. So let's go back a little bit. Let's take a step back, and I'm going to say some stuff that I don't want you guys to take offense to anything I say, and just remember that this is an exercise for your brain. Just think like you're back in high school or whatever, before you made all those mistakes on Friday. By the way, tomorrow night's Friday Night Live. Come by, have a good time, say hi, take your pants off, laugh and learn and giggle and stuff. You had nothing. It's the best show on Friday. It's better than anything you're watching on TV. I guarantee you that. But it's when you get, a lot of us, a lot of everybody here, right? You come from the Hales side. You have to, you know how in debate class, like a debate, they'll say, okay, water is wet is the subject. You're going to say water is wet, and you're going to say, person A is going to say water is wet. They're going to make an argument for it. Person B is going to say water is not wet. It's a gas, depending on temperature. And they're going to make an argument for it. And then you get up there, you're ready, you've done all the preparing, everything else, and you get up there, and the debate teacher says, you're going to switch. And the person that's supposed to say water is wet is now going to argue that water is dry. The person is, you see what I'm saying? So we're playing both sides here. What I'm doing right now, I'm gonna give you an example of play both sides. On the other side of it, it looks like Randy Docket is the one filing all the frivolous stuff. He's the one doing all the litigation, the polyurethane litigation, or whatever, right? There's a couple of things he has said that I said at the time. I was like, man, I don't know, you should say it that way. And then the judges later on came back and hit him on that. So what's in his mind is going to be based off of his experiences and education and all that stuff. I feel like I'm repeating myself when I say that, but that's how we all are. That's how we are. It's what you've seen in your life. Anybody who says differently, anyone who covers this and says, this is stupid or something like that, it says, you have to realize this is a very, very specific game of chess. And sometimes the best chess players history has ever given us get beaten by a stupid computer written by a code, that just does probability. They don't have the ability to do it. Wow, look at this. So Maskin has almost twice as many motions as Docket. Hey, darling, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Listen, I'm not picking on you either. Anyway, watch the first hour. And that's all you guys watch, and you'll see everything. I really do. I'm actually kind of sitting here. I'm kind of proud of myself the way I went through it. I was like, you know what? I actually kind of knew what I was talking about. Yeah, motions only 14 for Randy and 26 for Maskin. There's more motions. I just Anyway, here's what I think. Yeah, I'll give you an opinion piece now. I think that because Randy Docket is licensed in the state of Florida and is licensed to practice law in the federal court of the Northern District of Florida, I think the judge is going to be much more strict on him than he is going to be for Bruce Maskin, who's just coming down. He's just a good old boy from Massachusetts coming down helping these poor people. Now, I've seen the flip side of it, where it'd be like Bruce Maskin doesn't have any business being down here in Florida sticking his nose where it doesn't belong, so to speak. Historically, if I were thinking, I think that the home party probably has it harder here because they should know better, is what the judge is going to, that's the feeling. That's going to be the underlying tone of his voice. I don't know that for a fact. This is just a pure speculation. Pure speculation. This is a very, very dirty, dirty case what it's gotten to. And it's not because, I'll tell you what, you know who's become the victims? Jeremy Hales is the biggest victim right now because he's paying his attorney. I heard him on a live Sunday night thing. He's paid like $250,000. That could buy 2 Cybertrucks. Those things are expensive. Anyway, Don, you're right. He has no funds in his coffers. He's trying to get them. That's why he made that motion. He's saying you need to sanction Randy. He needs to pay. And he's going after Randy personally, it sounds like, too. So I feel bad for Jeremy. He's the one taking on the chin because he's got the most to lose. This is a man that is trying to defend his word. He's trying to, the name Jeremy Hales, he spent his entire life building a name that his ancestors could be proud of. And a couple of people with hurt feels wrote some signs and put them on the side of the road in an intentional manner. I mean, whether or not they did or not, it's up for the jury to decide. But put them out there. And then we've already had people said, yes, I got emails about them. I saw them stuff. I haven't seen them. I mean, I have no idea. I'll tell you that right now. I haven't seen them. I just know what is public record. All of this, all I know is what is public record. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not advising anybody. Nobody wants to. Someone asked me for advice. You know what I'd say? I'm like, man, you really do. You better go ask that hobo or they're asking for $1. Go give that hobo $1 and say, I'll give you this $1 if you'll give me advice, because that's better advice than I can give you. That's for sure. But, oh yeah, Chris, you're right. George was grossly offended. Calling someone a PDF file, that's not only an attack on Jeremy, it's an attack on his children. It's an attack on his relationships. If I were friends, and none of my friends that I know have ever been accused of that. Oh my gosh. If they were, I would be on their side 110% because I don't hang around. Oh, Dana, sorry, Sarah, and Deborah Kennedy both, and Venom Bites, all it's over $300,000. I'm gonna look up tonight. I'm gonna build me a Cybertruck, see how much that costs, and then I'm gonna build me a Mastercraft boat and see how much that costs, and I'll put it out. Okay, I want you guys either follow me on Twitter, the expert tweets, or look for a post in Discord. I'll probably be in Discord sometime tonight talking. If you guys want to come in there and talk about this stuff, I'll be happy to. I've got a great story. I'll tell you what, remember this for tomorrow night, Volstorm. It's time to tell that story. We've told it before, but I think we got to tell it again. This is a great one. Holy cow, that's a great one. Yeah, that doesn't mean what you think it means, does it, Glory Bird? Doesn't mean what you think it means. Anyway, it's an awful situation, and there's not a win. There's no win here. There's no win. It's so freaking sad. I feel so bad for all the sides. I mean, I even feel bad for Preston and Cook because they're being used as fodder for the internet and for attorneys. You know what I'm talking about. For their attorney. They're being used as fodder to create this litigation nightmare. Whether they did something wrong or not is up to the court, and should be a very simple thing to answer, and it should be over with very quickly. Instead, what we've come up with is this nightmare that we don't even know what's going on. We're not excited about the case anymore. Nobody cares about the case. What we care about is the stupid filings. Think about that. It's horrible. Guys, tell everybody you love them. By the way, also, speaking of loving people, I want to say I'm very proud of this person. I think she just won she was involved in a case and won, and I believe I have that right, and just got 5,000 subs, flipping adventures. There you go, girl. She's my buddy. She's one of the people that came in and said they liked me. And I was like, that's crazy. Now I don't know why anybody likes me. Mama doesn't like me half the time. Anyway, guys, I love you all. I'm going to get the White Rabbit. I'm going to see if she wants to go. I haven't eaten. I bought dinner for myself and didn't buy her anything. But she didn't, I'm going to see if she wants to get anything to eat. Even though I have dinner for myself. I just realized that's bad. I'm going to see if she wants to go tan because I'm starting to look bad. I got to look good for y'all tomorrow night, right? We're going to have a good time. Tomorrow night, Friday Night Live, right here. Hit the notifications, okay? So you'll be notified when it comes live. Don't forget, put it in your calendar, 9:15 Eastern, okay? We're going to be here till 12-ish, after 3 hours. It's about the limit right there. So I love you guys. Have a good time. If you guys are members, you're welcome to join the Discord and hang out and talk over there. And every once in a while, you even get a Volstorm sighting. Those are great. We had a Valhalla sighting, and we get a Baker sighting, man. Baker is he's a great conversationalist. Baker can tell you all about the War of the Smurfs. You guys know? Because they have Smurfs over there. They invented Smurfs in Finland or wherever he's from. I think it's Finland. So anyway, love you guys. Don't forget, if you can make it, I'd love to hang out with you guys. June 4th, 5th, and 6th. Dollywood, Tennessee. We're going to do a Friday Night Live. We don't know what's going to happen. We have a list of people that are confirmed of coming, and we keep adding to it every single day.
Oh, my.
It is so great. I love you guys. You're all beautiful. Don't forget that. Go out there and kick tonight's ass. Love yourself. Have something good. Put your feet up. Make sure your pants are off because I don't like pants, man. They're restricting. And have a good time. Don't let all this negativity get you down. I love you guys.
0, 1, 2, 3.
Let's get started. Oh, that's real good.